while the thugs continued.
All right, and while that's going on, currently at the DCI, the Mwananchi Brigade is at the DCI hoping to make a statement, and one of the leaders, James Orengo, governor of Siaya County, is making a statement. We'll cross over now to listen in.
They took time to barricade the roads to ensure that nobody would be able to use the roads in most parts of Homa Bay County, again with the complicity of the police, all through. And when we entered the county, at a very, very, very entrance into the county, we encountered hostile responses to our activities in Homa Bay, hostile and violent. So I want to say that as far as I'm concerned, there is complicity and participation of the government of the Republic of Kenya. And this time I'm tired of talking about Raymond Omolo. I'm tired talking about Kanga. I'm tired talking about Murkomen. This is an activity which is condoned by the President of the Republic of Kenya. We hold President Ruto to account of the deaths and the violence that took place in Homa Bay. I know, as a matter of fact, when he was in Eldoret, in that region, he came to Kisumu and spent a night at the State House to organize the activities which took place in Homa Bay. President Ruto himself. And he provided money and other assets to make sure that we would not be able to go to Homa Bay. And what happened thereafter, before the rally, if you look at what happened in Rwanda during the genocide, it is a replica of the violence that took place in Rwanda. I know that one of the words that they've been using many times, I've heard Kaluma use it, I have Ogendo using it, I've heard Governor Wanga using it, saying that kudni is worms. Don't allow those worms to enter Homa Bay. Those maggots, they should not be allowed to enter Homa Bay. This reminds me of how the Tutsis were being called, cockroaches, by the people who organized the genocide in Rwanda. So we want to set that record straight. And we are not going to give up. My experience in politics over the years, when you want to hold a public meeting, in my early days in politics, all I needed was a stool to stand on, a table. You don't need even a public address system. Yeah, you don't need to organize, supporters or youths to come to that rally. But in the age of Ruto, the violence has exceeded what we saw in the first government, Kanu government, in the Moi era, in the Kibaki era, and in the Uhuru era. This is something which is drawing us more towards Haiti and to Congo during Mobutu's time. And this violence, once it starts stopping it, is going to be extremely difficult. This guy, the Kanja, that's the name. He has promised to make sure there's no Gunism. Instead, the police are paying these goons. Like there's one in Homa Bay, very well known, Abdi. He was arrested and taken to Kisumu. And then orders of Abdi, Kanja, Omolo, and Ruto, the man was released. So we are not going to spare this story. It is not about just Wanga and Kaluma. The fact that they are being supported by the government and the structures of government and the agencies in government is what make it possible for them to barricade roads. If you try to barricade this Nairobi-Kiambu road, even for a minute, The police will be there to make sure that the roads are opened up. But in Homa Bay, for a period of 24 hours, nobody could access some of the major centers in Homa Bay. And it was happening because of the participation of the national government. And it's no longer about Murkomen and those characters. It's about Ruto because he's the one who has made these things happen. As far as my friend Oliver here is concerned, this is my friend. I'm not just his lawyer, I am his friend. And I don't hide whenever we go anywhere. There are many places we go to and he sits together with me in the same car. It's no secret. These are law-abiding citizens. They have tried to plant many things on him. Even a month ago, I was in court about a matter which has been going on for 2-3 years on trumped-up charges. So I don't want to lie to the public that I don't know him. Up to last week, I did not have government security. For 3 months, I've not had security. And that was being done deliberately to scare me. So here we come with Oliver, with Babu Owino, and we say this is a citizen, a patriot, and is prepared to answer any questions. Right now, we don't have a summons. He has not been served with any summons other than the word that is out there. There is no invitation. There is no warrant of arrest. We are not aware of whether the police have gone to court to get a warrant of arrest to be served on him or executed against him. So we come with him as lawyers and a friend. And to make sure that we demonstrate that we are friends even at a family level, we have come with his dear wife here. We have come with his wife. And their residence in Kisumu is known. Anytime we have coffee and tea as good friends. And I want to tell Ruto, please, don't weaponize the agencies of the state, particularly the police and the NIS, to harass people, to intimidate people. Don't weaponize. You are making Kenya become a police state, and we have been there before. Don't use the law and the courts to harass and intimidate law-abiding citizens of this country. And we have been on this route before. The mighty systems that were there before fell when the Kenyan people said that enough is enough. So today I want to say that we are ready and prepared to take any challenge, violent or otherwise, from the state. This is state terror. And when there's state terror, we must express our outrage and resist state terror. If you look at the American Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the preamble to our Constitution, we are allowed to resist a state that is oppressing its citizens in any lawful way we can. And we're going to resist. This is state terror. This is state terror that is being pushed on us by President Ruto. And he must bear responsibility and accountability. During the many commissions that were established after the post-election violence in 2007, they talked about signals of rigging elections. And one of them was by creating this kind of disorder to make it impossible to have an atmosphere for free and fair elections. I think President Ruto is trying to prepare us for the postponement of elections, or bringing lawlessness to make it possible for him to rig the elections. that is not going to be possible. We will use all lawful means to resist it. So I want to encourage Oliver's wife, who has undergone a lot of suffering. Sometimes when Oliver is arrested, she's the one who on a daily basis has to look after the family, go to police stations and Kodiaga prison, where most of the time is held without bail.
All right, so we're coming from where